I guess just to keep going on the comping thing, like where would like drop twos, that seems like a really good place to start. Like
Yeah.
where could I go after that?
So
Yeah.
something I think about a lot is playing melodically with your drop twos. I think something that people don't think about enough. They kind of think of harmony as like just a combination of notes, but then they don't think about their voicings as being like a melodic progression that can happen as well, not just a harmonic one. So like, for example, an exercise I might do to work on that would be, let's say B flat. And first I just want to learn how to play the scale, you know, with like drop two voicings, you know. So if I like start with this shape, for instance, like B flat 6, and I'm just moving up the scale like this, you know, and drop 2, that would look like this. And that's all fine and good. But then, you know, if I'm comping for somebody and, you know, let's say I want to land on C as my top voice, you know, maybe I don't want to do that voicing, right? So it might be cool to work out these voicings so that they're not like an A half diminished. Maybe I work out these voicings so they're all some version of B flat 6 or B flat major 7. I might have this. In other words, I want to have something for everything, as I like to say. I want to have a voicing for every scale tone in B flat major. So this, maybe for C, and then for D is in the melody, I can do this. You know, that way I have that. And then for E flat, I'll have my one chord that isn't, you know, a major 9 or a B flat 6, you know. And then maybe for F on top, I'll do this. And then maybe for G on top, I'll do this. And then for F on top, I'll do this. And then back to the 1. And now I've created a little exercise for myself, where I'm just going to play this now. Actually, let's do that. And then maybe figure out how to play some other keys. But after you do that, then you want to see if let's say you had a tune that was just B flat, and you're just comping really smoothly. So. How I picked a waltz for some reason. Right, and I can just practice comping, or rather playing melodically. So that when I find myself in a situation where I'm comping for someone and it's like, you know, maybe My Foolish Heart or something. You know, I can play, you know, melodically. If I have something for everything, as it were. And maybe you don't have to play like eighth notes like I just did. Maybe it's just 2 notes. Maybe it's just like... And that, by the way, that's a good idea. Just learn how to play simple things like that. Like, what if the melody goes 9 to 1? The point of what I'm trying to say here is it's not just enough to just like learn some drop twos. I think you also want to figure out like how you would apply this stuff, and I think a good way to apply it is melodically. So you want to have like a voicing for every top note possibility in the scale, and maybe start with like the major chords, you know, And the more you do it, the more you'll kind of know. Like if you could do the major chords, the major scale like that, well, shit, the major scale also applies to minor chords and dominant chords. So all those shapes are still going to be really similar. And again, it's a lot of bang for your buck to do that. Or maybe it's a good idea to come up with like little sequences. Like, I have this thing where for B flat, for example, I'm very aware of these voicings where it's like these notes, to go. I'm very familiar with that. I can go 7, 9, 5, 3, 7, 9, 5, 3. Which is really also, I could play it this way, where it's just the same inversion actually. Or it's the same chord, just inverted. It's like a D minor 7. And drop 2, and just inverting it, Like if I can just invert the 3, 5, 7, 9. You can comp for somebody and give them a lot more color. And you'll sound nice and full.